Hi. That magical time where we have fun with computers. Fun? You can have fun with computers. Yes, I'm here to tell you this today, that fun can be had with computers if you know how to use them. Even if you don't know how to use them, you just need to know how to have fun. Okay. I always introduce my live streams with nonsense. It's off the hook, off the cuff, off the cuff. This is D&B, this. Don't really know what to do to it next. Okay. I feel like every single tune I've ever made is like, I try and do something different, right? Who knows where this one will end up? You know, I'm going to make loads that just have this drum beat in it, but it's whether to have it. But what it needs, what sets any tune apart from an instrumental, is a little vocal, just a little. Yeah, I'm gonna do. I made D&B the other day as well because I was just making nothing but dubstep. So it's nice to go back to what I originally did, really. I love dubstep, but I love D&B, and I can't choose, you know. Yes, delinquencism. Yes, yes, it is. How are you doing? So I want like a swish now. A swish. Time for the swishes. I need to speed up this part of swishing. Because how many clicks have I got to do to get to my nearest swish? Swish? I don't even have them in, oh no, wait, drum, bass. It would be under risers. I've got lots of risers. Ultimate noise riser, which is an all-in-one. Do one sound. It depends how it might not go in the final, but yeah, let's play with it. Throw it in. Oh, I won't. I've done this before where I've taken instructions to program a Serum synth over chat, and it took so long, and I got it wrong. And yeah, what you can do if you want to is send me the preset, because if I did it now, it would just take forever. Doing it over chat. How are you getting on, that grime kid? Yeah, doing alright, thanks, that grime kid. No one why my face looks yellow. I think it's something to do with this pink. Pink? Is it pink? I think it's a pink light. Deep Sky Explorer. Yeah, sure can. That's going to be my riser, apparently. Sounded really loud. I heard a riser the other day, and it had more to it than just noise, and I can't remember what it was. Show you the A-B trick with FM. See, there's many A-B tricks with FM, isn't there? It's kind of like my go-to, like sound, like when I start a new serum, I start with 2 sine waves. Batushko, how you doing? Did you show me mine? Did you not show me yours? Like a while ago. You did show me something on serum over chat. I'm sure you did. Oh right, okay. Zook. All right, let me try and say this. Bloody hell. Zookini. Knieve is your Meek show. I don't know. It looks a bit Polish, like my name, like my surname. But there's some like I'm still learning Welsh. I moved to Wales 3 years ago. I'm still trying to learn Welsh, and I'm still learning some of the vowels. That's how that's how slow it's going for me. Right, so be right back. Dubstep producer. I am fine, thanks. What are you up to? I am making thanks. Yeah, I do like it as a language. I think as a driver, I'm always looking at road signs and always trying to remember and just start with the pronunciation of the place names. It's a good place to start. But yeah, I don't have time for Duolingo. I did try it, but now I've got 2 kids. But they're going to go to a Welsh speaking school, so they're going to be dual lingual, which would be good for them, I think. Where? Gonna modulate that last one to be something else. Oh, I haven't done my zoom in thing. There we go. It was too long gone. Oh, I remember that in 2019. It's labeled dominated dubstep. All right. See, my knowledge of dubstep is mostly centered around like the early years. 2019 is not. I wouldn't know. If you said, oh, maybe I would know the label, but not really familiar with much of it. He colours his hair. It's not many who colour their hair. Interesting colours. To just like it. I was looking to just like bro. What? Is that what I should say in it? No. How you doing, Stick? Holy crap! Someone else that uses mostly MIDI. Wow. Yeah. How many of us? I thought it would be a 50-50 split. But someone sent me a Wilkinson how to make D&B because I was like, I've forgotten how to make D&B. I used to make D&B a lot. And I watched like the first 5 minutes of it today. And it looks, well, he's even talking about using MIDI, but he's got an outboard Prophet, sequential Prophet analog synth. And he starts with his like sort of an arpeggiated melody line. But it's a new analog synth, so it can maybe MIDI controlled, I guess, until the last minute. But he look at his sequencer and he's got audio bounced in there, so obviously you've got to use audio in that case, haven't you? But yeah, like, it's just the way I like it. I think you can't see the exact waves when you zoom in, can you? Like, you don't know what that is. Just play it, listen to it. But obviously, yeah, you have more control when you have waves, don't you? But there are other ways to control the sound that comes out of MIDI, isn't there? I don't analyse. I can't not, Steve. Sample pack people. Well, I have been using samples on this one for the drums because I think whenever I have done in tunes, and it helped me to actually make some really good sounding tunes, because until you learn how to text, the drums are a massive part of drum and bass. I think I'd rather drop stuff in. I mean, I've got my own, they're my own rim shots, my own recorded rim shots layered over that. That is not my drum break, but you know, I've got no problem using the Amen drum break. So if there's another good loop elsewhere, I will might use that as well. And then I can spend more time on making nice basses. That's kind of frees up time, doesn't it? But yeah, because before using samples, yeah, all my tunes were just a bit too dry. Not textured enough. Look who it is, Sexter, in the chat. Just lock that idea to the outer. Yeah, it's taking it from the inside to the outside. That's the almost impossible task to get it how it sounds in your head. Not impossible. I think you can get near to it and then settle, because it's hours have passed and you're like, right, that'll do. Lock in the flow state. Give you a hat, mate. I do have a hat here, look. Mushroom hat. But it doesn't really, it fits nicely, and I think I'm going to wear it when I go to a festival this year. I haven't got Logic until about an hour ago. Ooh, in it. One of a kind. Well, it's got different kinds on it. It's got any mushroom spotters in the house can tell me what all these are. All edible, not deadable. Ableton, I'm gonna give a better one. The Soviet onion. With the many layers. An iron curtain, and then several other layers that make you cry as you go inwards. And when you get to the middle, it's an old mama cooking soup. Don't know, this is like Mighty Boosh or what, Mighty Boosh kind of level. It's the hat, and then just wearing the hat for a few seconds, I think that might have done it. So yeah, it needs like a little vocal in to bring it to life. Like a, but I'm not bothered whether it's I don't normally go for a high powered female vocal, but I just want something, you know, just on the border of being silly, but or definitely like freedom type revolutionary talk or something like that. Something anti-fascist would be good. Way cowboy. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame. Like, I think the best. I'm not going to sing that. I'm not going to shout that down the mic right now. it's nearly midnight and there's two babies, toddlers asleep above me, so I can't really do that right now. And it probably sounds terrible if I did it, but if you're welcome, you're very welcome to send me vocal samples that I can just drop into a project, because that would actually be fun, and that might actually be like a collab kind of thing. MCs are welcome, but don't overthink it. Just revolutionary chat, anti-fascist. But also slightly dreamy, but not cringy. But it's hard. I don't know what I want. When I hear it, I'll be like, that's what I want. Cost a quid. Wait. Did it actually appear? Because I didn't see anything. I wouldn't see anything, would I? I've not got the right screen on. Oh, I missed it. All right, that's on a video then. That's recorded, by the way. I didn't actually see it though. Oh, thank you for that, Steve. That's the best gift anyone's ever sent me. It was a hat that looks like that. No way. I've got the screen up where I can see the screen now, but yeah, I miss. No, wait. Even that, I don't even know if that will show it. It should do. No, it went to shit. How did it not get my eyes? Did it not even flash up? But yeah, much appreciated. I always wanted another hat to add to the collection. So yes, just if anyone wants to send some daft vocal samples of like, just send them and I might just drop them in a project. Wing. So what can I do with this now? There's nothing I can really do. No. Can't say I've ever done that, but I'm going to reference the South Park episode where everything sounds like farts. They just keep putting old music on new music. It's just all fart sounds. So what's happened to music these days? And when I watched that South Park, it was hilarious, but at the same time I was like, shit, like, do all my basses sound like farts? Like, how can anyone take the genre seriously? I guess it's like Solidarity. Farts, yeah. Like the size of the sound systems as well. Like really into it. I mean, that doesn't sound like that. Maybe that does. Maybe. Okay, so if I can't find a vocal, I might have to move on to the next tune. So I'll save this one. Do the old trick of all you can hear is farts. You should, if you've not seen that South Park episode, I mean, I should watch it again. I've not watched South Park for ages. See if anything lasts the test of time. I hope they still do. I hope they're still writing, and I hope they write something for the current situation, because they did last time Trump got in. I think Mr. Garrison was played Trump, didn't he? So yeah, that would be. I hope they write. I'm sure they will write something because Musk is ripe to be ripped to ripped into. It'd be very funny. I'm sure they'll come up with something, some crazy story angle. But until then, we just have that farts episode. I can't remember what happens in it. Apart from that, usual shenanigans. That's what happens. Right. So we're going to start a new project, and how are we going to do that? Well, we're just going to go. Wait, did I bounce it? Did I bounce it? Yeah, I did. I'm just going to go do that. There we go. We've got our bare bones for the next track. Honopon I that's Grona. So it's a second one tonight that I can't pronounce easily. Usually I can pronounce every single name that's come on here. Brodedo. Why can't I say WD-40? Okay, back. My son is poorly. Oh no, how old is he? Hop, Honoponaide, that's Grunner. Thanks for following. Did I already say that? My memory is short. Right, let's play around with basses. Now, how can we support you? Did you publish something on Spotify so we can listen to it? Yeah, he's 2. Yeah, mine are 19 months. Twins. So yeah, if he's poorly. Yeah. That's when I can't come online for a few days because I'm exhausted. Yeah, so Terra Pastel on Spotify, and for like electronic stuff that's like the albums are probably better. And then Next Lev for NEX LEV for D&B. But yeah, what's interesting is last year, Shortwave stopped counting in months. Well, I stopped counting in weeks. I can't remember how old, but I don't know. I guess at 2 years. Yeah, I'd stop counting at 2 years. But I don't know because some people say 20. I'm sure I've heard someone say like, well, it'd be 24 months. Yeah, there's no point in saying that, is there? You just said 2 years, 2.5 years. Or he was 2 years old in July, Um, but yeah, there's some way of supporting me. There's also Bandcamp as well. Got stuff for tracks for sale, albums for sale, t-shirts for sale. Actually, I always forget that I've got t-shirts for sale. With an artist who did the covers for all the singles last year, and I wanted to do one single release every month. I did 7. So that means I failed to do 5 more, and then I tried to catch up this year to do the 5 that I missed, but I went on such a big side mission from October to do dubstep for this event that's gone now. I've got this pile of 11, 12 tracks which finished. 2 of them are coming out in April on Wob 40 label, our collective label. So there's another one to look up. I should have the link. Did I not put the link in my link tree? I thought I did. If not, it should be in there. No, oh yeah, Dub from the Depths. Yeah, so if you go on my bio link, there's the Dub from the Depths. and it's a pre-order, so you can't hear my tunes yet. But you asked about Spotify, yeah. So not everything's on. Everything that released that last year is on Spotify, and everything released before that is on Spotify as well. Like Ambient Encounters, so like an album. It's a few albums, but yeah. Thank you, Matushko. I hope your son is feeling better soon. It's horrible when they're ill because you see them suffering, but also you don't get any sleep, so it's like a double whack. How do people make ambience when they just go outside with their keyboard on a windy day? Wait, this is yeah. I mean, like, that's how I'd want to do it. I think that's how I imagined the classical composers did it, because you could go out with claved, what the fuck's it called, paper with lines on it, and just get your ink and just go, just hear a melody in your head and go, and write it in. But then and I thought that's a nice dreamy way of making music. Be somewhere beautiful, be the beautiful place you want to be, and try and capture it like a painter would do it. Just doing little notes like a little melody you can hear in your head. But I think really the best music is made with the piano. I think they're writing the dots, but they're using the piano to help them do it. They're just playing stuff in and then writing down whatever comes out and what works well together, like kind of like the way I'm doing it and the way most producers do it, I guess. The closest they'll get is like having a window open in the summer and a nice breeze coming in. Ambient music. I think you just want to be. If you listen to like a selected ambient works by Wrexham, that's got beats in it, most of that. But then the second album hasn't. It's just kind of mostly not beats. Or listen to Brian Eno, because he's like one of the originators of like ambient music. It's kind of like made the genre what it is way before Aphex Twin did. Listen to some of that, because that's very different, and it's very, not much is going on, but there is kind of movement. So it's almost like you don't need to do chords and keys so much. You just need to follow one sound with another and have maybe a layer sound. I don't know. I was trying to figure it out with that ambient album I made. And I made ones with beats on there. I couldn't resist, because it's called Ambient Encounters. So sometimes you encounter some beats. But I would still like to make a fully ambient album that's more like Brian Eno stuff than just weird. I want it to be relaxing. The stuff I made wasn't always relaxing. It was more like spooky loops. Kind of like Aphex Twin's Selected Ambient Works 2, where it's got not got beats, so it's kind of immersive in that way, but it's because it's loops of melodies with movement in and variation. It's not as mind expanding as, well, it is mind expanding, but it's not as chill inducing compared to Eno, I don't think, where it's like there's like almost silence there, even though there's a tone or a texture playing. That's good for reflection, That's my take on ambient music. Someone asked me to do commission for a computer game. I wanted it to be like Oxygen by Jean-Michel Jarre. So I did a few ambient tunes. He said, I said, I like them, but not like that. He said, like Jean-Michel Jarre, Oxygen. So I listened to it again, and I was like, oh, you want it exactly like that. So I did it. Just basically copying the types of sounds. So I made something that sounds a bit like it, but it it can't be. It would be rubbish to do a cover. And well, even though even doing covers is fun as well, because you can never get it to sound exactly the same. And if you do, then it's a different, like, it's got a different wow factor then as well. But yeah, listen, yeah, I don't know. I would do that. I would listen to some ambient music, some classic ambient music like Brian Eno, and see if you even like it. I don't know if that's even what you're talking about. You're saying ambience. No, that's different to ambient music, isn't it? That's You might want a nice sort of like hyper electronic glitchy thing with a nice like wind in the trees recording. But then you want recordings. Then you want field recordings or Foley if that's what you're after. Didn't hear anything you said before. No probs, mate. No probs. Kid is the most important thing. Um, Spotify name Terra Pastel. Or for DMB, it's Next Lev. So oh yeah, so you'll find links in my bio as well. In my either any of my bios, I've got my link tree on there, and there should be a link to my Spotify on there. I know there is. Yeah, there. And I think all these do as well. I think if you click on any of these tracks, it'll come up. There we go. It's just a couple of clicks away. That's why I like Linktree, because it is. Oh, but for fuck's sake, yeah. If you click a link in the TikTok app, right? This is a nightmare. I don't like. I don't know if it's all. I don't know if TikTok's always been like this. I thought you could open any link in an external browser. I'm sure you used to be able to, and now they've got rid of it. So you have to use their browser, and you can't copy and paste links. So you have to stay in the TikTok app unless you manually like type it in yourself. Like if you want to go to Spotify, um, no rush, yeah, no rush. Next Level, yeah, that's mine. Don't know how you found that. Oh, you would have typed Next Level. Interesting. Don't usually write like that. I just write Quaver, and I like a Beethoven. Yeah. Background noise ambience. Yeah, yeah. So, have you if you can use your phone these days. You don't even need a dedicated recorder. Like you could just go to some babbling brook somewhere where it's quiet and just put the phone down, because if it's in your hand it might rumble. Depends how quiet. If it's a really loud brook you won't hear the rumble of your human body holding the microphone. But if you're somewhere really quiet and trying to pick up the like quietest leaves in the trees rustling and stuff, then I would put the phone down on the floor somewhere and just stop breathing for like a few minutes. Stop farting and burping and sneezing and eating just for 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I've got field recordings like that in my tunes. Not all of them. Drums, awesome. Yeah, drums. The way I started out, every single new project, every single tune, every time I went into Ableton with a blank project, I would just load up a drum rack and just start pulling in 4 kicks, 4 snares, 4 hi-hats, 4 other percussion, and just see what would come out if I just made a drum pattern with those. I did that not every day for years, but like for years. So I'm really quick at it, but am I much better at it? I don't know. It's just good for getting ideas down. But do you know what's even quicker than that I've discovered? If you just use the stock drum kits in Ableton, they're really good. Like, so if you go to drums and then go drum kit, you just have this like massive pile of drums. I think some of them might be from add-ons, but you could save yourself. You know, if you've only got 20 minutes a day in the studio, or half an hour, 20 minutes. You're going to get more than that on your break or something. This is the kind of speeding up tip you'd want to use. Like, a quick way to get drums down is just drag a pre-made drum kit, and well, these sound not bad. You know, like you could make a hit track with them if the rest of the elements went with them and stuff. So yeah, you just go drag it in, and then program your own little kick and snare, hi-hat pattern, loop it, and then within a minute you've got the drum track. It's like a basic drum track, the loop going, and then drag a serum in, pick a preset, start. Just within 10 minutes you could have like a nice few elements working together. Mycelium. Oh yeah. Thanks. I was well excited about that tune. I played it at festival. It was the best set I ever did. That it was a 2-hour set, and that Mycelium track was. It was at a bit of a turning point in the set. I think that set's actually on YouTube. But thank you very much, Patushka. Steel drum patterns. Yeah, steel drum patterns. Yeah, you should always listen to like your favourite tracks and tracks in the genre that you're making, or just your favourite tracks, and take ideas from it. Why try and reinvent the wheel? You're never going to come up with the same as anyone else anyway. Even if you steal like half the ideas from a tune, it's barely going to sound like it anyway. There's nothing wrong with building on the success of others, like standing on the shoulders of giants. Well, shoulder of giants, because if it was shoulders of giants, you would be as big as them, wouldn't you? Your legs would at least have to go around the head. So yeah, on the shoulder of giants. Yeah, steel drum patterns. Like that's, jungle, the aim and break. I just love an aiming. I love an aiming. And that is a totally stolen drum break. I like that when some people got together with a crowdfunder to there was one surviving member of the band. I don't know if it was the drummer or one of the other ones, the other, and they raised a good 5 figures. All the junglists got together and chipped a few quid in, yeah, and he got some compensation for the whole world using his drum break. The drummer. Don't like the dark hole algorithm. Sounds a bit too like metallic. But that's why I almost always turn that blend thing off. But yeah, that's what we were taught in college as well, is to one of the classes, 2 hour long classes, I think it was like theory, music production theory, and one of them was just listening to one track on repeat. I don't know if it was 1 hour or 2 hours. It felt like a long time. And write down all the elements we could hear, just in our own way, just basically, write the layers, describe the layers as separate layers, and it was Teardrop by Massive Attack, which I didn't understand. It sounded good to me, but I was like, how, I was into like hard dance music, so it didn't really make much sense what it was. But obviously, it's a big hit, isn't it? Teardrop. And yeah, I mean, doing that, I heard things in it like just recently, in recent years, that I didn't hear after 2 hours listening to it on loop. But that is how you decode a track. That is, if you've got a favorite piece of music and you listen to it over and over and over again, why not try and you love it and you want to make something like it? Why not? Why not try and make it? It's a good exercise, really, really good exercise doing that. And you're not trying to copy them because you don't want to, and it doesn't. You come out with your own take on a sound and follow it down its path, and it'll sound totally different anyway, and unique, you know. You all could listen to the music in the dark ages. Anyway, Migos like Friday tomorrow, yeah. Sexter, see you later. Have a good weekend if I don't see you. Right, James. If yo. Yeah, like I've got like these pillars of music in my head which are the ones that I heard in childhood, and they just always bounce around my head. Like sometimes I hear them multiple times in a week, and then nothing, and then a week later, and they're just part of me, and so it influences my sound. I imagine you all are like that, you know. Yeah, yeah. This is what Mike Monday touches on, this, like how to find your unique style. You know, for people who are struggling with not being able to make anything outside of a genre, and feeling like they can't find inspiration that's beyond the rules of whatever D&B or house or whatever. And yeah, one of the exercises is getting you to write down your sort of favorite pieces of music that are like of all time, and one of the exercises is to take two elements from one. Pick two tracks and pick two elements out of one and two elements out of another and combine them together. And it's more than likely no one's ever done that before, because everyone has different tastes and stuff. So you've already picked two of your favourite pieces of music, which is probably not what someone else, or you pick randomly two out of your favourites, and then you pick two elements from them and combine them. You have this completely new. You could even start several pieces of music using just those two ideas from those two tunes each, and combining them, coming up with something different for each one. So it's just infinite, like like ideas generator, really, doing stuff like that exercise. And I feel like that's what I'm doing anyway, like hearing Mike Monday say it as like an actual exercise for people who are stuck. I was like, that's really good. But yeah, I feel like I'm doing it all the time. I'm always trying to get, even though when I'm making D&B, it's still, D&B's versatile enough to actually do this. I know this, right? But Tamita did synthesizer performances of Debussy pieces, like the French composer from 1800s, and they're amazing. And he did them in like the 70s with Moog synthesizers and stuff in Japan. And they're so expressive. Like there's Debussy's music really textural and expressive, right? But to hear a synth do that, it's amazing. And I want to have that same impact that it had on me, and it drives me. I really want to do it. It's like I want to get closer to it all the time. Every time I try it, I feel like I got closer to it with the album that I made, Ambient Encounters, because there's one track on there. Well, I wanted the strings to really swell, but just using synthetic, like saw wave type super saw strings. So they had a lot of like volume dynamics. The whole tune had to be kind of quiet because of that. It couldn't be a D&B smash against the limiter thing. It had to be like wah, wah. It had to be like a quiet tune so you got that room. And it was hard to resist to not be really loud all the time. But yeah, definitely getting a little bit closer every time I try something like that. Sorry, James. Bro, why does it say it if... I don't know. Why it says that. What is the Resynth plugin you use? Resynth. Resynth. I don't... Oh, yeah, the one that I Cyclop that I've put in recent videos. Oh, it's there, look. Cyclop is free. I think that's the one you mean, because you chuck a sample in it. It's got presets, but yeah, you chuck a sample in it, it does like 5 layers of... It listens to it and tries to synthesize it. Yeah, no props. Silex. Don't know where this part's going. This... What? Maybe it should just be little bursts. I don't know. I've lost interest already in that one. Heads up, new samples for everyone on the Discord. Not many. Oh, thanks. Thanks, James. Are they 140s? 140s. Let's have a listen. That is a cool sound. I want to try and use one of these sounds. Wow. No BPMs, just assume 140s here. That's your voice, that was really good. Chris Mia. I don't know. Can I listen to Chris Mia? I mean, I'm trying to make a tune here. What is Chris Mia? What can Chris Mia bring to this production session. Gonna use your server as sample storage. Okay, right. So I have a question about Discord. Is there a storage limit? Because if there is, it's gonna fucking fill up really quick. It's one from Miles. Nice. That's good. I like that. There's like a tune ready to go here, isn't there? But at the moment, everything's... Is it too slow? Actually, that could be the vocal thing. Yeah, these are all the samples on Discord. On the Terrapastel Discord server. Right. What am I doing here? Coming up with a bass, basically. Basically. Not doing an intro. Not doing any of those bits, just going straight in. That says a lot about me, that, you know. No foreplay, just... That's where I'm going wrong, innit? I should be doing build-ups. I should start the tune, like you were saying, James. Loop. About Skrillex. Welcome to the chat faders, huh? What were we talking about? No, lack of, like, so I was just saying, just want to go straight into the beats and the bass and not have a build, not do the build up work first. And I said it says a lot about me, but not everything. Like, I do want to do a build up, right? But I think I want to see this is where it's different. The analogy ends here, right? Because I want to try out lots of basses first and then do the build up afterwards to sort of match what I've made. So, you know, there's my... Is it an excuse? Maybe it's an excuse. I don't know. Rick Rubin, yeah. I think I need to listen to, I think I need to, every time I've seen him talk, I'm like, this guy knows how to produce. You struggle with drops, but not the build-up. You mean you're good at doing the build-ups, you mean? His book slaps, yeah. So, every time I see him on an interview, he's always kind of saying the same thing. But it's good to hear it that many times. You should hear it that many times. Because what he's saying is really the ideal, I think. Basically, he's doing what Mike Monday's doing as well with the Mike Monday references Rick Rubin book. For the name of, so Mike Monday calls them splurges, but Rick Rubin calls them seeds, and a discovery phase is called, Rubin's got a name for that. Draft stage, Rubin's got a name for that. Basically, they've independently come up with a system that's the same. The same way, and that's the system I'm using in its basic form. There's lots of like little... I need to read his book to see how close it is to Mike Monday's, but there's just mindsets you want to be in when you create a track, isn't there? You don't want to be an editor and a creator at the same time. Big no. It's easy to fall into though. It's easy to go, oh, just edit that little beat up there, or start EQing something that doesn't need EQing at this stage, and it will probably need whatever EQ you give it at this stage. It will need redoing anyway when you've added more sound. All right, that's not DJ Save My Life. All right, okay. Who's it by? So it's tracks and stories instead of right. This is why I need to read this book, because if I'm not gonna read any books at all, because I just read the internet, and I read really horrible stuff on the internet. So I need to not do that. And if I do any reading, I just need that book there, rather than doom scrolling. Just get my mindset into install some Rick Rubin thoughts into my thought processes into my brain. Bill Brewster and Frank Bowden. All right. History of DJing tech music. Thanks for the recommendation. I saw a clip of Fred again making music on stream for the first time. He puts his ideas down so fast. That's the way, isn't it? That's when you're in that fluid. When you're in the mode. What's the word? Flow state. Permanently preloaded with presets. Yeah. See, if I do that, I did have 100. I had to delete it and start again because it was low. It took way too long to load and save. I mean, I've got 45 at the moment. That I don't know how I got this. Some of them are audio tracks, so they don't count. But it is a really good way of doing it. Yeah, like just having. I've made so much music like this, but I'm kind of changing it a little bit now. I mean, a lot of these are not very useful. I'm going to tidy these now, actually, because none of those are good sounds. I don't know if it is. Oh, thanks. Musicians were considered wizards in medieval times. Yeah, it's hard to imagine that, like, because there are definitely going to be people who are into it, making music, and people who are not, but are like into the sound and the way it makes them feel. Places, yeah. Too many, too audio. So does mine. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, so the way I'm doing, I'm not even making templates anymore. My template is the same, 2 MIDI, 2 audio. But what I do is I just load the last track I was working on and just delete all the bass, and that's exactly what I've done here. And then just reuse these drums, because these drums aren't bad. I'm not even, I might add some basses in the next half hour, but I'll delete. I might change the drums completely. Like I might swap out this break here for another break just to change it. But at least I've got a skeleton to actually build on rather than starting from scratch. And I've got these basses left over as well, which played in different notes can sound, and different timings and different melodies they can sound completely different as well. It's worth doing because you save yourself. You've basically just saved yourself the amount of time you spent on a previous project. Like, get into this bit, yeah. So I do that. I do that until I've made like 10, 20, started 10 or 20 tracks with the same drum loop, and then I can, and then I kind of go, well, actually, I kind of get bored of the same drums almost every time. Depends how well the project's going. Because you end up with, 10 projects with the same drums, and you might like 2 of them and take those 2 forward. But then you're stuck with the same drums for 2. There's nothing wrong with that either, because I've heard D&B being put out, which sounds like that, but from the same artist, and they're obviously using the same drums, and they can be both hits as well, but obviously you're going to change the drums slightly anyway, aren't you? You're going to be like, there'll be something in the drums where you just want to tweak it a little bit compared to the other track. But Tushko, you've got to go and sleep while you can. Good idea, yeah. Stay on the dark side. Absolutely. Well, yeah. Get some rest, mate. I hope your son's feeling better soon. And I hope you don't get ill as well. That happens to me a lot. When there's a cold going around and someone sneezes in your face, it's very nice, isn't it? It's right in your face. You're infected. There's nothing you could do about it. Just wear a mask around the house all day, every day. Never take it off. Never, ever, ever take it off, because that'll be the time they get you. It's just like, put it back down again. Yeah, Vader's heart is there, saying, giving you the force. The mouthful of food. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck anyway. Hope he gets better very soon. I want some like dum-dums. So I'm thinking of DJ Hazard as like a, and this is what a completely different D&B I was thinking of the other day that I wanted to make, but because I've got these kind of harder drums, what would DJ Hazard do? He'd get an analog synth out, wouldn't he? Which I haven't got. It's not an excuse. Kind of like thinking of what James was saying the other day about Skrillex's way of doing things, where every sound had like, was part of was telling a story, and from the beginning, and then it goes into your drop, and that's the kind of build I want to do. But I'm always I always just, like I say, just want to go straight into making the bass. I always make rollers, and I think that's why, because rollers are just like loops, aren't they, kind of, rather than a story being told with like different elements that play their own part. I just got to try a few things, but right now is the best time to start. But I don't know what I want to do. How do I even start? You need some good sounds, don't you, to start with? What was this one again? The vocal thing. That's a 1-3-2. It might sound a bit weird. Sample. Get a sample in somewhere. Okay, listen to atmospheric sounds. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, sample iPad and vocal. Atmospheric sound. Where to go for that? I think where I usually go, right, into my own sample folder might not be the best place. I spent the last of my Loop Cloud credits last night, and I'd have to renew my subscription because I cancelled it because I don't really have much in that account at the moment I can actually fucking spend. So unfortunately, I can't just go on. Atmosphere sounds. Fuck. Shit. This is what I need. This is how I need to enhance my. When I'm stuck like this, this is something. Well, this is where it's going wrong. Is I should be able to pull in some ready-made atmosphere sounds, or at least listen to some for some inspiration, like some other ones that aren't mine. Yeah, this is what needs to happen. This is why I need to change. I could start making grains out of. You don't need to use it, but mains by. Oh, that's a good idea. Sync BPM and listen without paying. I thought you couldn't, like, you can't listen on Splice without without paying. Yeah, I'm sure that was the login. See if it remembers me. I don't think it's going to remember. Maybe it was on this browser. Splash.com. Ah, there we go. So if I go to ambience. Or atmosphere, no, that was the one. Atmosphere. It's hard to create an atmosphere. Okay. Alright, okay. Oh, okay, so it's got. You can listen to some, but to listen to more than the first few, you have to buy the thing, right? So I can listen to some. I've got the desktop app of Loop Cloud. That's pretty good. But I use it in a weird way. I use it like because I just want. Yeah. I've got. Yeah. There's probably. I just use it in a really weird way. I remember sampling Splice once. Just sampled the output. It's good. Yeah, you sync it because it changes the speed of it, doesn't it? Loop Cloud. Change all your samples. All remixed. Loops are. Yeah. That sounds good. I think trying to match something to what's already there is probably more difficult than just starting. But that matches it though. What was just there? Oops. Yeah, it does work in Ableton. Right, what to do? I'm so tempted to sample this. If I sample it though, it will have. Wait, I can use this. Wait. If I press record up here, sometimes it clicks, you see, because it's using. I don't know why I'm being quiet. It's not recording my voice. There we go. Thanks, Miles. I appreciate that. You save your credits. It feels because it doesn't cost much. You know what I mean? Like, Loop Cloud is only like £8 or something. It's just at the moment I've got like a limit, and that's until I figure something out. It's a long financial story. Oh yeah, record, save capture. So yeah, I sampled a free sound in Splice, but you know, I could just sample anything, couldn't it? Download file as custom name, store it. Stories. I need to fix this as well. I used to. Windows is really fucking. Windows 11 really messed up their file explorer, and now it takes ages to find the folder. There used to be shortcut folders, and there's a bug that a few people are experiencing. I'm one of them, and they won't fix it. So, you know, they're not Google, and they're not even Microsoft anymore. They're not. They need to sort that shit out. In samples. Oh, what? What? Oh my god. Thank you, Miles. Thank you. That's amazing. Wait, is it asking me to save it? Okay, here we go. So again, we go to C, D, because it used to be a separate drive, and then go into there and then put it. I don't know where to put this. I think I did have a folder for. I should put it in Splice, shouldn't I? Really. But that's not handy having. I need to put it in atmospheres. Why am I trying to like? I was trying to like have a separate sample pack that was just my samples, but that's confusing. How on earth? How do you categorize your samples? Because I've got the ones that I've made that I've categorized in my folder that says it's got all those, you know, beats, ambience. Downloads, put it all in downloads. But then I've got a sample folder above that which has the names of sample packs. But obviously each sample pack might have an atmosphere section, so it's all over the fucking place. Like, I think maybe the new Ableton's on the right track by categorizing, so it doesn't matter what folder it's in, it's what tag you give it. It's just that tagging your library is a long process, isn't it? So I don't know where to put this. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in. Once it's in somewhere, though, you know, we'll know. Ambient pirate. I'm just gonna put. There isn't a folder that exists that I can put this in, so let's start a new one. I could put it in. It's not. I could put it in collabs, but oops. Start again. Download. Does anyone else have this trouble with downloading stuff? Because if I don't put it in the right place now, I won't be able to find it. You know what I mean? Yeah, another time. So I'm just gonna call it Discord. Why not? That's where I've got it from. Thank you, Miles, again. Right, and now I can drag it in into the intro. Discord. There it is. I knew I should have turned that down. It already sounds like it. It already sounds like an actual D&B track. Oops. Yeah, Reese. Oh. Got a crying baby. A crying baby and a sleep wife. Yeah, phone's off. That way I can search for samples. Oh wait, you just drag it from downloads to a track. All my projects loaded and enable something that way I can search for samples inside the projects you've made. Yeah, yeah. But that's it. If you use it, if you're on Ableton, you can tag it. Like I can just go like this. Auto tags, filters. Wait, edit. There it is. So I'm selected. That is selected, and I can type. I've never used it actually. Bass, brass. Why is atmosphere not there? Fuck's sake. Type. Character. Even that. See how long it's going to take me. Genres. Textural. I guess it's textural. Spacious. Evolving. Cinematic. Chord. Oh, it's not really a chord, is it? It's not got. Why is it not got atmosphere? Why is it not got atmosphere? It's useless. Another like a useless feature. Oh dear. I mean, one email, 2 months, would probably add it. Oh, ambience. That'll do. There we go. I was wrong. Sorry, Ableton. Sorry. Right. See if it helps me find it in the future. Alright, this baby's gonna wake up and she's waking up. Wow, it actually sounds like I can actually make drum and bass now with that intro. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, I'm gonna save this as a different name because I might have to go now. H-I. Need a word beginning with I quickly. that I don't have to use my own brain to come up with. Insectile. Inflate. There's a good one. Inflate. Save. Okay. Wait, she's gone back to sleep. Yes, we might have time to make a base. A different colour. Like I say, Reese. See, I'm not massively into Reese's, but it would work. I do it. Maybe it's because I don't actually have a good Reese serum preset. That's what I should do. I should get one or make one. Nothing's going to sound as good as the one out of Planet Dust, or what was the other one I was thinking of? I don't know. Yeah, the one out of Planet Dust by Bad Company. I just need that one. But I don't know if that's a sample or whether it's a synth that's kind of got like a low pass just in the right place. Serum. Just go into serum anyway. Why not? How do you make a Reese? I've got a Reese. Maybe I've already got one. Death Reese. D2 Unison. This one is a bit higher, too much high end. Now I need to do an init, which will take me forever, but 16 Unison. Take the sub out as well. Should I use a straight up sine or should I use a... Why complicate things? I'll just use a basic sine. Basics or 16 Unison, low pass filter. But I'll do this. I'll remove this fundamental. And then put the fundamental back in. Do you know that one? For like a solid. Also, what's that? I guess a phaser is the same as... No, a phaser is not, it doesn't sound the same as using a filter. Or actually use an EQ with just a dip. But a notch filler. Notch. 24. There's a double notch filter. Is it? Notch. Who's there? There we go. And then modular. Maybe with some band. Yeah. I should definitely bounce it as one. To me, it sounds like every Reese tune ever made, doesn't it? Like it has to have something. For me, I have to put something in it that's not that makes it different. That makes it like, I don't know, what do I try and do? Why do I try and do that? It could have a Reese, and then it could have a different bass at the end or something. Dum 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 dum. Quite a low note. E. Dum 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 dum. Dillinger bass. Or one of these weird ones I've made. If it was a bit less noisy and a bit cleaner, that would be mental. Whoa. See what I mean? It's very noisy. If I can make it, it might be really hard to make it less noisy. It always happens when I do Serum. You hit on a sound that's almost like by chance, and it's because some crazy shit's going on, especially with sync. Look, but there might be a way of doing it. The sync, because it's FMing, isn't it? Okay. Well, yeah, we could just take that. That's kind of clean. And then, you know, separate them. Because that when that comes in, it's too blah blah, too much. Like, bypass that. Bypass. There we go. Lay with something else. Just out of interest, what would happen if I copy A to B and turn it up? Ah, that's sounding a bit fuller now. That sounds so different, doesn't it? The way it goes, the timbre. I still can't say that fucking word. Before I layer, I need to come up with another phrase for this bit that's the same but different. D. Maybe I'll actually add Dillinger. 808 at this point. I try not to use those these days because why do I not use them? Other basses sound better, I think. Dillinger's already done that sound. It's been done. But I'm still going to try an 808. I'm just going to try it quickly and then go to bed. 0. What would you layer it with Miles? This, are you saying layer this bit? Doom, 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 doom. Just play it a note up. Let's have a look at the boom booms. User base. I think it's analog sub. It actually sounded better when I did the volume and automation there. doesn't sound like an 808 to me. Or it doesn't sound like a Dillinger bass. Oops. I'm trying to make a like a big 808 kind of boom 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 boom. Switch to pure sine wave. Well, actually, that's a good one to try though, because it's already got the harmonics all the way at whatever level. So it's a general 104. It's got a stabbing bass. No sound detected, it says. Yep. Oh, it's a 104. I just want to listen to the intro as well. Nice. That is a tune. The sounds are really nice in that. They're like, this is what I'm trying to, this is the kind of music I'm trying to make actually, where it's actually quite soft. It's an illusion. They sound like hard sounds, and they probably would sound really hard when played loud, but because they're done softly, like technically they're kind of soft. You want to turn it up louder, and it sounds even better louder. I think it's noise. They're using noise in the bass sound, so it sounds like it's distorted. It's like an illusion. But that's a really good track. I need to use this as a reference. It's really good. Thanks for sending this. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, because even that grind, that sort of, it sounds a bit Reese like. Oh no, sorry, there's the Reese. That just sounds like a higher up played version of that. But it doesn't sound like too distorted. It sounds like it's just distorting whenever there's the peak of the wave and not the rest of it. So it sounds kind of clean. And then those other sounds are like very textury. Broken speaker effect, exactly. Yeah, good way. That's what it is. That's a good way of putting it. Bzzz. Right. That is really good reference. So I don't know which sound you meant. Got this stabbing bass. What, the one that was going? Bum, 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 bum. Dun dun dun. That one. It literally just goes dun 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 dun. That one. Discord. Hopefully the link still works on my link tree, or it's called Terrapastel's server, Discord server. That's the link there on my link tree, but you'll have to see if it works. See, I've had 21 clicks on that. I think that's carried over the old ones number. Oh. So mine for some reason mine doesn't sound set. Is it because it's too loud? Oh, I know I've got loads of clipping to it on it. Oops. Do. This is loads of technical ideas I can stiff and just steal just from this one tune. Like really good ideas, the really good techniques to sort of have in as part of your like sound palette of possibilities that you know, things that you know that you can just execute in a tune. So I think you've given me something here, Miles, to emulate some of these sounds over time. I think like introduce, if I'm going to start making D&B again, I want to make tracks with some of these techniques in for sure. Because it grooves as well. It's just got a flow to it. You could have those sounds together and them not be as funky as they are, as they've been arranged as well. Did you? Right. Going back to hearing songs in your head, yeah. This might be my new hyperfixation, because that kick in the snare, like, it's, but not harsh. Sounds like finger snapping, that, but with another layer. Did. So I'm going to try and do at least one of those basses that I just heard out of that Trex objective piece. With the noise. How would I do that? Goes in it. Silly. Always too loud, that. Wait, try. Noise. Did I not do a mono one? Yeah, that's mono. Yeah, it's mono. Go back to it again. I'm just messing with FM because why not? How's the tune coming along? Oh, Pax, you've sent me something. That's the bass you was thinking of for Dillinger. Discord expired. One sec. Invite people. Oh, I'll turn that off first. Oh my gosh, right, my eyes hurting. New link. I should just have this always open, it always expires. Right, I think that should be updated there now. Yeah, link is updated. See, I cannot. Oh yeah, you'll have to post it in Discord general for me to listen to it. Oh, because I can't get that link right now. The tune is coming good. We've just heard this track by Objective. It's track remix. Miles sent it saying, like, check this bass. I still don't really know how to make that. Could be a sample. We were just saying that how rather than being distorted, it's using it's like a what's it called? It's using noise instead to give that distorted sound. Which is like an illusion because it sounds distorted. It's a lost cause. Well, I'm still going for it. I'm going to come up with something slightly different, I guess. Yeah, I know there is a VST someone created that you can use amplitude modulation on the noise, controlled by your sine wave of the bass. I mean, so this is one way of doing it: amplitude modulation of just noise, and have that whenever the sine wave's high, the noise is high, and that creates, that kind of does the opposite of what you want it to do, because there's this another way of doing it where instead of the noise peaking where the sine wave peaks, you want it to be silent there, and you want it to be loud here, so it fills in where it's zero sine wave sub volume. That's where your noise sits, and then it sounds louder than it actually is. Tube, okay, I'll try tube for a quick way, because that's good. Tube is good for doing this as well. Let's try it. Because you can mix it in, kind of. Crunchy, to give the illusion, yes, yeah. And as Miles just put it a minute ago, like a broken speaker, and that's what it's like. Yeah, it's like, and you get all this extra headroom because it's an illusion, because you just simulating distortion rather than actually distorting. And I remember hearing about it a little while ago, like years ago. Like I was like, shit, I need to how, and then I was like, how the fuck do I actually? So I understand the concept, but how do I do it? And there's many different ways. It's best done in the synth itself. And I've seen a phase plant tutorial from Virtual Riot where he's made his own wavetable that controls the width of how much noise is injected into. So he's basically got a wavetable that's just flat, and then a tiny like square up like that, and then down, and then flat again, and then his wavetable actually widens that. So when he turns his wavetable, it widens this. I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see. It widens this gap between these two peaks, so you can adjust how much noise is injected. You can't do that with Serum, as far as I know. I think someone would have shown us by now, because you'd have to control the level. The level would have to go at the same speed as the oscillator. If at least that's the bare minimum, and I don't think that can be done. Mod source, there's a lot of sources, but there's none from an oscillator there. But phase plant, you can do that. You can route anything to anything. It's phase plant is like in fact, fucking hell. So anyway, what's this Virtual Riot on doing this noise based thing? But he's made his own wavetable for it, and then I was like, oh shit, like how do you make your own wavetable that's that precise? I'm sure it's probably quite easy, but and then it was like, it's on my Patreon now for like paid members. It was like, okay, I'm not a paid member. So I didn't go any further with it, but I need to know this. I need to be able to do this technique. How else could we do it? There's one way I saw people do it. No, yeah, that was distorting it still. I mean, there might be a way you can do it with Ableton. I'm gonna have to sleep on this one. I could just YouTube it and see what's on there, but there'll be a way of doing it in Ableton. But I want to try and come up with it. It's just controlling the pulse width of how much noise is going in, and precisely in between the quiet bits of the sine wave. So if you can't control that precisely, then it's kind of like, it's no point. Akuma, thank you for following. You're being silenced by TikTok. Drop the link in Discord when you get a chance. What, the Virtual Riot one? Does anyone else here have Faceplant, by the way? Because the reason why okay, I will, yeah. Oh, how did he... It is, yeah, there we go. So I should see, the reason I stuck to just using Serum is because, obviously, I still feel like there's undiscovered country within Serum I've not actually found yet, but Faceplant, even though it is kind of hard to get the same sounds as quickly compared to Serum, it can do mad shit. Like it can do whatever you want it to do, apparently, by the looks of it. If you can think of like the stuff that precise, you can do it. You can wire it up. More often than not, I just go in and start twiddling, hooking things up to things. It mostly sounds terrible. Yeah, well, I think it's worth persisting. So the thing is, you all have access to it, which is good. Yay, Pex, good to see you on there. Because this technique is fucking... I mean, it's just to make one type of bass, really. I mean, you can inject that noise into any bass. It might be useful. But he's got like this patch where it's something he can bring into any Faceplant session if he thinks, oh, this could do. Let's see what this sounds like with noise in between. The LFO capacity, yeah. Yeah, it's not as quick as it, because your LFOs can go off the screen and you got to start scrolling. It is a bit slower, but I guess you can get some really mad sounds. I just like there's people made like lawnmowers that actually sound like lawnmowers, and fucking just all these real world sounds all made in Faceplant, so it can make all the like real sounds. Brother, do you know? I am in Wrexham, in Wales. Where are you? Wrapped up. I've just started making house techno. Only been doing it on my phone. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's mad that you can do it on your phone now. You can just do like so much on your phone. It's just how long you're willing to stare at a small screen. It's the only limit. I mean, I don't know if you can get VSTs yet on the phone. Probably get like an equivalent. West London. Yeah, sure, go for it. And chat and DM. Yeah, DM me, mate. Oh, I must have pressed F2. So I'm just gonna put this down before I forget. And I'll just repeat this. Doesn't sound much like that one we were just listening to, but it is very loud. I want to look for this before I go. Yeah. Did we already do a bounce for inflate? That's 2 words, funny words put together. This is called inflate. It's not on the screen. It's not on the screen. There it is. Inflate. But I can't remember if we already fucking. It's late. Let's go and find out. Okay, we didn't. So this must be the first one. Right, so Control Alt Save. This will. I'll bounce this. And because we had like this intro thing going on. And let's just give it that. Control Alt S again. Which is a macro, by the way. I don't know why I keep saying Control S, because I've got a special bloody software macro thing, which I can share at any time. Inflate. Auto hotkey, that's the one you want. Anyway, DNO, thanks for following. Company uses BandLab. Yeah, BandLab's cool. Yeah, they are a different breed. Android drivers have a copy of FL Studio. Yeah, I want to have a go of FL Studio on a phone, but you've got to pay, haven't you? I think doesn't Ableton have one? I can't remember. It's like dead stripped down though. Or is it just on iOS maybe? Some of the APK. I don't think I've got time to actually able to know. This is the only time I have now to do music. If I start looking at my phone doing it, well, I'll just ruin my eyes for later on in the evening. That is for certain. Right. So I've rendered that. I'm just going to quickly look for this virtual riot thing because I really want to I just want to crack open Faceplant now at 1 in the morning and just start fucking trying to make. I don't want to subscribe. I know I love Virtual Riot and it deserves money and stuff, but Virtual Riot noise. Faceplant. Trying to do his accent. Square for type bases and Faceplant. Maybe that's it. Wait, which one have I watched? I've watched this one. Making 20 Faceplant patches in 40 minutes. I might be this one.
So now this moves along with the pitch bend and keeps that sound.
This is actually a nuts, like 41 minutes. Really is. To keep up with the speed. I mean, obviously he's edited it. Another thing that annoys me about bloody Faceplant, because I bought it, I have to buy multipass
sound.
And I think I've got to buy Snap Peep and the other plugins that you have to buy. They work, like if you get a preset and they have them in, they work, but they don't let you edit it. It's just a bit annoying that, because it's not cheap. It's not cheap synth. Nice. Oh yeah, get it on full screen. Is it the full version of FL Studio? Is it like this the desktop version of it? Valentin Brun. I don't know who that is. No way. If you spelt it differently, so it comes through.
Neat.
I think you can hear that noise thing that's got going on. Neat. Granular pad, basic music, but rhythm bass.
shape that I made that is FMing this, creating
Push that one. Let's see. Classic growl. Noisy lead.
saw. But there's another that noise really slow. Notes at ping pong. And then we can move the phase of the sine wave around as well to decide where the noise should be in the waveform. So if I just move it right in the middle here, and then we increase the drive a bit. Solid. Let's maybe process this a little bit with some fat rag that I made myself. And
so this here, this is one of it, but where's the one where he does the face, the table? That's basically, yeah, so he's using the sine wave to control where the noise is injected. But so all he does then is swap out this sine wave for his own wavetable, but that's what I want to find. I don't know if it's in this video. Must be. Because he jumps to the next. Let's see what all these chapters are. Rhythm bass, granular, chaotic. Wait, what's this recess?
range was on 12 or something. We get that kind of effect. And if you find the right sweet spot,
you have to do serum on the PC. Oh yeah. Otherwise identical, yeah. So I don't know how the fuck you use that on a phone screen. But you plug it into your office at work. That's the way you do it. When I was 16, I sat and watched his serum over and over and over. And honestly, best thing I ever did, yeah. So yeah, this is. I'll post this shot. But I'm still looking for the bit with the. This is the start anyway. Oh, it's come through Pex. I have to go in a minute. I have to go now, but so I'm gonna label it. What am I gonna label it? Noise. Go back. So, poop. So why does he call it poop saw? Noise injection. Well, I'm gonna think up my own name for it because it's like a noise. Yeah, noise injection. That'll do. Yeah. Oh, nice one. What's an AD? No props. Save. Wait. Oh. Save it as a preset. I should put it in. Discord. Right. Let's quickly load this. No, I'm trying to do. I'm rushing. Trying to get everything done before I go to bed. Serum again. Computer, load me a serum. That's the AI I want. Discord, it's not there. What have I done wrong? ADG. What's an ADG file? Oh, it's a rack. Is it a rack? Ah, right, okay. I'll put that. I know why I did that. I don't know if you all spotted it, but it's just because that's the last directory I was in, and it's one in, and I'm very tired. Cut. I don't even have a place for racks, do I? Use a library. I suppose it would go in here, wouldn't it? Use library. And then put Discord in here as well. Because why not? Because it's, I know where it's come from. I think that's the thing I want to know the most. Oh, I could have just dragged it in, couldn't I? Where the... Discord. Yay! Virtual Riot Fat. Okay. This is gonna make everything fatter, is it? Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, you're on a Mac, are you? This is what happens when you come from a Mac. Let me just have a look at the rest of this video. I'm going to see where this wavetable is. Whoops. What in the... Okay, this Windows one, okay.
And a fat rack. And a limiter just in case. And then I'm going to play with the harmonics of the two. You could also do... And the length parameter. Let's have you go to the happens. It's great. And then I could have an LFO here, for example, that also takes about 1 bar to move. Add a frequency shifter. Also always work in the other direction here on the volume. And now off that release tail.
So it's really distracting as well, faceplant. Like the visual, like everything's always moving.
So something like...
Everything moves.
And here, and here. I still use Serum when I like, if that matters too. Quarter notes.
I can't see that wavetable they built. Maybe it isn't in this one. Maybe it is somewhere else. In this one, maybe.
And by default, this is going to be set to Hertz, but we can switch this to sync. And
this full walkthrough. LFOs, envelopes, remap. I don't think this is it.
Where it's at. And then if I move in here a little bit, you can see what is happening here and then noise and that little click control. And lastly, the control. And then there is rumbles, a detail, and drag them around.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'll find it again. Because the thing is that the problem that it solves is I just use a different bass instead. But it, like I say, it would make those basses just sound a little bit better, a little more controlled. Is this a different one? It's exactly the same size. That's funny, that, isn't it? You'd expect it to be just slightly different. I mean, it's the same plugins, but maybe Mac. Yeah, it should be the same, shouldn't it? Right. Fat with a PH. Oh no, unknown VST plugin. Why is it doing that? What's it called? What should it be? That's the thing. Please click to see more details. Oh, okay, right. So it's Serum Audio Unit version 2. Yeah. So it's a Mac Serum, a Mac Audio AU. Yeah, someone sent me a project it's for some reason some of the serums did open. It was really weird. There were some of the Fab Filter ones open, but the rest of them were all. Luckily, it was ones that I could it wasn't a synth missing. It was just like compression and EQ, so I can still open the project and listen to it. Almost sounds like the original, like, but yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain that there isn't a way to convert it either. Maybe there is. But thanks for the effort of sending to me. If you've got a Mac, James's plugin on General might actually work. Soft tube it's missing. I don't know actually. Oh, is it Serum FX? No, it just says Serum. Oh no, wait, maybe it's not. It's a track called Serum. Is that what it is? Oh no, my track's called Serum. So no, it's not. It just doesn't know what it's called actually. On your unknown audio unit plugin. So sorry, it isn't Serum. It isn't Serum. And then unknown VS2 plugin, VST2. And you said it was. What was it? Throw it on any bass. Interesting. It's soft tube. It's missing. Couple of replace it with saturation. Alright. So all those instances of soft tube, are they? Huh. Function adapter. Oh, okay. That's wait a minute, let me turn this down. Because it is going into a clipper. That's not really doing much without the delay. Yeah, kind of broke without it. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, it might work for Mac. Other Macs, more or less, just different light distorts. Nice. Yeah, I'm still wondering if Ableton has a way instead of me having to go in Facebook. Anyway, oh, thanks anyway, James. No, appreciate it. It's there for others. Oh, right. Oh, it's on Mac as well. It's fucking up on the General. Right. Wonder why that is. Because we're all run new version. Well, I'm on the new version of. Well, I'm on version 12 of Live, so it should work great. All right, because no way. Okay, update. So he's updated it. You will need okay. Soft tune saturation frameworks saturate V2. Never heard of that one. Oh yeah, there's probably a way of doing something similar with other plugins, but he's got three different distortions there and a room. Alright, anyway, my brain's gonna stop. Like, it's already shutting down. My brain is shutting I'm going to go to bed with the how I'm going to make a positive plus width wavetable so I can do that noise thing until I find the exact same serum video, faceplant video. It is basically what I did in here though, but I
kind of like
don't know
that.
what to search for.
Let's add some delay, so the volume of the noise an octave down. Then we can move the
buzzing. Right, thank you, everyone. Oh, they're all free. Oh. Have a great Friday. You too. Thanks, Pex. Let's get rack fix. Awesome. I don't have like 3 of those plugins installed, but any Discords where you can get any help? Join mine if you want. There's everyone's on air. I think is on it. You just shout questions. There's quite a few who have the ability to answer and have the skills and knowledge. Right. Anyway, I've got to go. Baby crying. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Appreciate it. See you soon. Have a good